just me, or you feel like you get this flood in your heart that you be like, I got to come out the gate like a horse running a race? I mean, it's like you can't come on here gentle. Well, what's going on with your zone is you can, but most of the time you can't catch people's attention till you be like, want to know these three secrets, or just can I tell you about this, or this is what I was thinking. I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. I tell you, sometimes I get to the point, I'm like, I got to riff up my whole energy to kind of get it out. Okay. Okay. So I have some sticky notes that you can't see because I want to stay focused and I don't want to make this long. So I want to talk about titles. And I know we hear about that all the time. But okay, I'm talking about that because I've been posting for 2 months. Now, after 2 months of posting Monday through Friday, you're going to start seeing something. I stopped because I was like, oh, I should have started out saying that. Okay, but you're still here. And I'm not gonna edit this. One thing I've learned that okay, posting for 2 months, Monday through Friday, you start seeing something. You start seeing some kind of pattern. Even if you don't see nothing, that means that bum, bum, bum. That's like so you doing everything wrong. Nothing you doing is right. But after 2 months of me posting, I am seeing something. I was able to compare with two of my videos. And look, I don't get a lot of views, but still, it's some I can still pull it together to see what I need to see. So out of the many, like about 40 something videos I posted, there are two videos that stick out. Both of those videos have these crazy titles. So that was telling me that my titles got to be a certain way. So let's get into that. Titles. So, and the other thing I want to tell you about, if I didn't, because I rehearsed before I said this, so I'm going to my brain. Am I repeating myself? So I want to tell you about this app, and I want to tell you about my comparison at the end of it. So, have I said to subscribe? I'm like so tired. I had to clean this morning. Subscribe, hit the notification bell because when I bring some more bathroom revelations, whether I'm in the bathroom or not, I want you to be the first to get that chicken wing, okay? So hit subscribe, notification bell, and carry on. Carry on. Okay. So, titles, especially for the age group 5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 60, 70, 80. And we do have some old souls, 20, 30s, and 40s. But I know we get like, you keep hearing your title got to be catchy. Your title has to be interesting. You got to kind of maneuver that title a little bit to get people to stop. That's really hard for us. That's so hard for us because we have experienced so much life and lies that most of us have came to a space that we is not trying to tell a lie. Girl, my brain is old. I can't remember, if I tell a lie, so now I gotta remember what I said. Okay, let me give you a scenario because I want to help you on this, especially for the ones that be like, I really want to get this. I was at that same space. I've tried YouTube many times and it never would kick off. But now I'm seeing something specific that this time, along with law of manifesting, law of attraction, this gonna work this time, okay? That's a whole nother video. Let's use the scenario of how to make biscuits. Because I know most of older people, we know how to cook. I don't know how to make biscuits, but we're gonna use this scenario because my mom was a good cook. So when you put your video out there and your title is how to make biscuits, because we're keeping this stuff simple. Girl, what am I doing? I'm making biscuits. So that's what my title going to be, how to make biscuits. Honey, that ain't going to work. It ain't going to work over here. Okay, you're saying, does it? I got to twist up to tell you how to make biscuits. You got to juice it up. You got to give it something, girl. You got to give it something, child. You got to give it something. Now, I was thinking in the car when I said this. Okay, you got 10 people, and they are all using the title, How to Make Biscuits. So when I'm scanning, nothing is really going to interest me. But you got 4 people. One of them said, How to Make Biscuits with Tea. And she got her little spoon, she give you some little attitude with it. And then you got one that says how to make biscuit with auntie. She got a little bowl and she like, girl, I know how to make some biscuits. You better come over here and try to learn how to make these biscuits. And then you got one to say how to make biscuits, how to make the best tasting biscuits in the whole wide world. You will not be disappointed. Okay, so I know I said the fourth one, but we said those three. So when I'm scanning, I don't see none of those titles how to make biscuits. I see how to make biscuits with tea. I see how to make biscuits with auntie. And I definitely saw how to make the best biscuits in the whole wide world. You won't be disappointed. So now I'm at those three people. Now, how to make biscuits with tea almost caught my curiosity because, she had a little attitude with it. How to make biscuits with auntie? Well, it gets emotional sometimes. The point is that my aunt passed. She could make good biscuits, and I want to make biscuits with my auntie. So therefore, I may be more prone to click on yours. Now, trust and believe. I ain't gonna forget about how to make biscuits, how to make the best tasting biscuits in the whole wide world. You will not be disappointed. Girl, the next time I come to make biscuits, I'm gonna come over there to you. Now, is that the truth, or are you feeling that's a little bit of lie? Well, to you, child, didn't your family tell you that you make the best biscuits in the whole wide world? So it's not a lie. But you just gave it something what it needed. You gave it a little bit more pizzazz. So when we say, or when you are hearing, you got to write a catchy title, or you got to twist it in a way. You got to twist it in a way that it will seem interesting when people are scanning. I'm doing like this because my computer, I do it like this, or, you scrolling. When you scrolling, you want to do a title that people are going to stop on. Now, I have to say, we're caught up slightly in some people like, okay, the thumbnails and the titles. What am I trying to say? Like they're saying the thumbnails are not important. I'm learning that the thumbnails, but they don't have to be a whole lot. Like it could be um delete that. Let's say we're in the kitchen. It could be just a picture with you in the kitchen with that stove and that refrigerator, but your title would be how to make the best tasting biscuits in the whole wide world. You would not be disappointed. And I'm trying to show you when you are doing your thumbnail. God, I didn't want this to be long. When you're doing your thumbnail, make sure that your writing is on. See, we read from the left. This is a chicken. This is a piece of chicken nugget right here I'm giving y'all. We read from the left to the right, unless you Hebrew. My mother studied that, so I know somebody said, "Well, no, okay." But for YouTube, we're reading from the left to the right. Make sure you put your title on the right side and keep it simple. Right now, simple is the way to go. You don't have to make no whole elaborate thumbnail. I did so many different kind of thumbnails, and I'm telling you, the simple one was the one that got the views. So I don't want to hold y'all long. I had some other stuff to talk about, but I'm just gonna talk about that another day because we're gonna go with just the title today. I hope I have given you a piece of chicken wing, girl. I like chicken wings, girl. Every time I go on a diet, I get a craving for chicken wings. So I hope I have given you something that has been helpful, and I hope I said something. I'm gonna talk about. I did say I was gonna talk about the comparison, but I don't want to make this long. But if you have not downloaded the YouTube Studio app, do that. And tomorrow I'm gonna come and talk about the comparison of that. Blessings on y'all. Keep on the journey. If you keep doing it, you're gonna see that pattern. Put a little something to that title. You're gonna see something too. Mwah.